Oh, what's up, everybody? Welcome to Out of Nowhere, episode number 105. Take your pants off for me. What's up, motherfuckers? You crazy motherfuckers. We had a chance to actually put goddamn CM Punk in the fucking thumbnail, so I took that chance, okay? Why the clickbaity title? Why not? Everybody's talking about this today. The fuck, you really gonna give me shit about this when fucking Seanzviews made 90 of these? We can actually talk about it today. There's a UFC fight going on with CM Punk this weekend. What's that gonna settle for him in his mind as far as this fighting thing to get it out of his head to move on? You know, is he gonna fight again if he wins, if he loses? You know, what's CM Punk gonna do? I don't know. And then we're gonna get all this bullshit that's gonna happen with after that because of the court case. There's some weird things to talk about as far as the court case go. One of the things they say is with the court case that CM Punk will never be in the WWE again now because, you know, he was talking the other day about, there's names I never have to hear again. There's people I never have to see again, thank God. And I don't know if I get that. Like, he may be talking about, like, the WWE and these certain people. But I think he just means, you know, the doctor, the lawyers, you know, people like that. And it does seem that he does want to move on big time from the WWE, but you know, when will his return happen? I don't know. Now, this is interesting. Somebody said to me earlier, it's interesting that you guys aren't talking about the fact that the only reason why he won was because they couldn't prove that it was a detriment to him, that it hurt the doctor. They're saying that the reason why he won was because they couldn't prove that it cost the doctor money. But I said that I thought that they had to prove first that CM Punk wasn't, you know, being truthful. And am I wrong? Maybe somebody else, Jake, I don't know if you read any of this. Did you read into the court case?
I read a good deal of it, and some people felt like, what he said wasn't, you know, in lines to be truthful. They try to disprove it, but from what I read from court reports, it wasn't outright proven to be a lie. Like you had said, he just had to be proved, you know, guilty in the sense of if he defamed the doctor and if he was lying for, you know, some type of monetary or personal gain, and that wasn't the case, and that's why he was found innocent.
And I don't know if that 100% is the law. I just assume, like, that is basically the law. Like, I would assume that that's what it is, and that's it. You know, unless there was something else that got thrown out that I don't know about that I'm not aware of, which is possible, because I certainly am not a lawyer. But, I mean, if it got to that stage, too, because remember the other day I talked about stage 1 being, like, they would really have to do a good job of making it seem like, okay, listen, Punk was lying about what he said about the doctor. And if they could make it seem like Punk was lying about the doctor, then that's strike 1 there, and they move on to part 2, which is, what did it cost the doctor? How could it affect the doctor? But even so, what it sounds like this guy was saying online was that it had made it to part 2, which was like, okay, we're going to look at it. You did defame him in a way. Where's the loss of wages? Which means it moved on to phase 2, which I'm surprised it even got to that if that's true, which I don't know yet. But then again, yeah, there was nothing to be gained by that. Now, think about this. The WWE didn't release the doctor, right? And they still haven't released him, right? Isn't the doctor still there?
As of this moment right now, yes.
Okay, so the doctor's still at WWE. So,
but I guess it's implied for how long is the question.
Why? Who's saying that? I wonder if that's a made-up rumor, though. You know?
Yeah, I mean that's just what's being said. So
because maybe people are making it up because they know it's going to get news. If they say anything about the doctor, someone says.
Well, this was reported initially before the trial had finished.
By who?
Cage side seats, wrestling, all the wrestling sites.
Wow. Okay. Well, maybe it's weird, but. I would say that, too, if the WWE it ends up firing the doctor, if the WWE had fired the doctor right away already, that could have been used in the court case to actually hurt CM Punk. Because the doctor could say, like, hey, I'd been in WWE for, like, over 10 years, and everything was going well. And then this CM Punk thing happened.
Problem with that is that's a bad catch-22 for WWE, though, because then that admits that they let him go for negligence, and then they should have been aware of said negligence. And that's what Punk was... That's what the basis of his report was for. He was saying that they knew about the doctor's, issues and the fact that, he wasn't taking care of his patients properly. He was, improperly medicating and doing all these things to the detriment of the wrestlers. And Punk said that he notified people in the company.
Okay.
So if WWE lets him go, then why did they let him go? Because Punk was right. Or at least they believed Punk was right. So that would basically make Punk look like he was right to begin with.
Well, I mean, maybe, but
it's dangerous territory. It's a real tightrope situation.
WWE could have said though that that basically like they became aware of it. You know what I mean? Like they said, well, we became aware of it.
I think it was best for them through all of this to stick by the doctor and do as they said. They basically kept tight-lipped and they said, they shut the fuck up, which is the best move for any PR nightmare. You just shut the fuck up. you be as quiet as possible. That's rule number 1, 2, and 3. And they stuck to the fact of their original statement. We have a great medical staff. He's a great doctor. He does right by everyone. End of story.
Right.
And they stayed true to that the entire time.
I think they helped.
It might change.
I think they helped Punk by doing that. If they'd gotten rid of the doctor and said, "Hey, it came to our attention that whatever," or we just parted ways with them, and they could have just said, "We just parted ways with them." We do that sometimes. We fire people or we get rid of people.
But I think that would have proved Punk right. That would have proved
I think
he was negligent.
If they fire him, it proves him right.
Exactly. That's why I think they didn't. I think they intentionally kept the doctor on, even knowing what had happened was the truth.
But I think that
to make them
they could be helping
culpable.
Punk. Do you think they're helping Punk? I think they could be helping Punk because if they had fired the doctor, then Punk might have lost because he could have said WWE fired me because of what Punk said. This led to me being fired.
I don't think it would have turned that way. I think
why not? Because then they got to part 2 where they said, "Where's your loss of wages?" He could have said, "Yeah, here they are. I lost my job at WWE that I was at for 10 years."
Yeah, but it wasn't a lie. It wasn't defamatory in the sense of he said, because that's what they were saying. It was on the basis of a lie.
Yeah, but apparently, like what this guy was saying was that it got past that.
So you
part.
can't get in trouble for saying the truth.
That's true.
He was saying that Punk was lying, that this was defamation of character.
Yeah.
If you're a rapist and I come out and say, well, Bob's a rapist, I could stand there and preach it all day. If you're convicted as a rapist, it's known fact.
I agree, but
like we said last night, you claim me as a wife beater. That's not the case. Yeah, then I could sue you for defamation. Well, that's what he was doing with Punk. He was saying that none of these things that CM Punk, Phil Brooks said were true.
Yeah, I know, but I mean that's what I said the other day that you would have to prove that he lied. He purposely knew that what he was saying was wrong.
WWE let him go.
But that's not what I'm being. That's not what I'm being sent about the court case. They're saying it went to level 2. It went to, oh yeah, you did say these things, and we're gonna count this as defamation. But we have to see what the losses are.
Yeah, because they have to go through it. So it comes down to he said, she said.
But they're saying they believe the doctor, so they moved to the second part, which was, what did you lose? And they said he didn't lose anything. So the judge was like, well, I can't really see how this really affected you, so now we're throwing it out. So if that's true, if that's how it went, I'm surprised because again, I didn't think it would go past phase 1. Phase 1 was, basically the judge believing or the jury believing that CM Punk was possibly defaming or slandering the doctor. So now I don't know if this is true. I don't know how.
See, I haven't read anything about a phase 2 or anything like that.
No, they wouldn't say. Those are my words.
Through Forbes, the trial came down to legitimacy of Punk's claim of suffering from a staph infection after he complained of a baseball-sized lump on his back during the podcast that resulted in the lawsuit. The Chicago Tribune noted Amon was seeking $1 million per tangible stream of the podcast, which would have amounted to $3,989,000 in damages. Whether or not Punk's comments materially compromised Dr. Amon's credibility as a medical practitioner was under close scrutiny. Now, the healing process, they said should begin from both sides after an ugly dispute, but Punk was found non-liable. Punk was brought to tears when describing his infamous exchange with Dr. Amon during the 2014 Royal Rumble. where Amon asked, allegedly, what do you want me to do? And they also had testimony from Glenn Jacobs via video that he eliminated CM Punk, though he did not notice a lump on Punk's back, and as was claimed during the podcast.
I guess, I guess we need more court details, I suppose.
Yeah,
we
I mean, the more I go through, but
we don't know.
I think on a basis level, if they let the doctor go through any of this, it would have shown that Punk was not lying. It would have given WWE made to be culpable for Punk being mistreated, and it also would have led to, Punk being proved, correct, proved that he was right. Because if they let the doctor go, why did they let him go? Because they became aware of this? Aware of what? His actions. Well, then Punk's not lying if his actions got him fired.
Yeah, I mean, I guess, yeah, that's true, but it's, again, I think it's funny that I think it hurt the doctor. Like, I think the doctor would have been better off getting fired. Like, I know that, yeah, WWE, it wouldn't have been good for them, but forget WWE. I'm talking about the doctor. I think the doctor would have had a better case for, like, see what happened to me.
Yeah, I just don't think that would have been a better case, because then he wouldn't have had any defamation stance. He's saying that it hurt him.
Yes, he would have, because he lost his job.
But that's not defamation then, because then Punk was proved right by WWE letting him go for those facts. They're admitting that what Punk said was true. Because if they fire him, they said yes. What Punk said was true.
Then you might have had to have.
Then
WWE,
he would have had to go after WWE, not just.
Then
Punk.
they would have had WWE had to testify, against.
So
why
I
they
think
let
it would
him
have been
go.
worse if he got fired.
Maybe, yeah. For WWE, it would have been worse, but I think it would have been good for the doctor.
Yeah, I still don't think so.
The doctor, no. I mean,
how
do you not see this? So the doctor has his job, so everything is just fine for the doctor. So they're saying, "What did you lose?" And he's like, "I guess nothing." But if the doctor could have said, "WWE fired me because of this,"
but he had things to gain anyways, because it was a count on his reputation, and further loss of wages from what he could have done, because he wasn't just strictly with WWE. He had other contracts that was well.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's obvious that if he'd been fired from WWE, it would have helped his case, because he could have said that he was damaged because of it.
Yeah, see, I still don't. I see where you're coming from, but I don't think it would have helped. I think it would have hurt his case.
No, it wouldn't have hurt his case. How would it have hurt his case getting released by WWE?
Because, like I said, it would have gone ahead and proven that he was fired for legitimate reasons. His case was strictly solely on the facts of defamation, on lies. He's saying that all of this wasn't true.
Yeah, but he had never been fired up until after this came out, so he could have claimed that was the reason why.
But Punk was also claiming that WWE was aware of this.
Then they didn't fire him either. So then that would have helped the doctor. Or it would have hurt WWE.
See, I still don't think so. I don't think it would have helped him.
I think it hurts him that he still has his job, because it's like there's literally nothing wrong with your career right now. So you saying that this hurts you somehow is completely
invalid. It keeps him from being hired further. That was one of his main complaints.
Yeah, I don't know how it does.
No
one's gonna know.
It said WWE would have gotten their asses sued for negligence. That's why they kept him.
Yeah, but again, WWE, I don't care about WWE. It's not my argument. My argument is for him. It doesn't matter. WWE don't care. Great, I get it. WWE doesn't matter.
The point is, if I don't know how else to explain it, but basically,
I get it.
If he was,
it didn't work out. I think it would have been better for him if he had been hurt, because you're never going to win a case where somebody says like, "Oh, something was wrong with me," and their doctor fucked up. I believe, you know what I mean, and then by the time because then if they say, "Oh, yes, CM Punk, it looks like you're wrong, CM Punk. It seems like you lied about this situation since WWE agreed with it. All the doctors there agree with it, including the head doctor. Seems like you're wrong, CM Punk. So let's move to phase 2, which is, well, now what kind of damages do we have here? What happened to you, doctor? Nothing.
Yeah,
but in the future,
I didn't read anywhere that they thought Punk was wrong.
No, I didn't either. But that's not what I'm talking about. You know what I mean? Like I'm saying, like he would have probably wished he had something.
Yeah, but you said they moved on to phase 2 in your words.
Well, I'm saying that's what that guy said to me on Twitter. But that's not what happened.
Right. I'm reading
so that guy's here. Wrong. So the guy's wrong on Twitter that told me that.
Yeah, it says right here, what were the key benefactors behind CM Punk winning his defamation suit? And it says, out of everything, jurors found the 39-year-old Punk not liable for defamation, and it stemmed all from the episode of the 2014 podcast. I'm trying to go back through.
But see, if he had lost his job in WWE, he could have tried to tie that to like, this is why I lost my job. But he couldn't even do it. He couldn't do anything. They need to see something physical. They can't see, oh, what if, or in the future I might lose. You know what I mean? I might not get it hired. It's way harder to prove that. But to say, no, I was in WWE for like over 10 years, and then he said this, and then because of the court proceedings and stuff, they fired me. Like, I blame him for that, and what he said was bullshit.
But
then
see, this wasn't
something.
for like just loss of wages or anything. That's why it wouldn't have helped. This was for professional identity.
Right.
So the
guy's an idiot. So the doctor's a moron.
Unlawful ridicule and professional identity. It wasn't for loss of wages. He was going after compensation for being harassed, basically.
Well, he's an idiot then. What a fucking idiot. Dr. Aman, you're a dumb fucking idiot then. If that's what you did, you are a dumb fucking moron.
See, now am I making sense? Like, I'm having a hard time explaining it, but
no,
if he lost his job, it would have been worse for him. Because
it would have been better for him because he could have proved that he lost his job probably because of this. Now he has nothing. That's why his case sucks.
See, no, because he wasn't going after loss of wages. He wasn't going after...
Well, he would have if he got fired, though. So he probably knew he couldn't do that. He probably was like, well, there's nothing I can prove, so I'm just going to go after my name. But if he lost his job,
it would have proved that they fired him for a reason.
No, it wouldn't have.
And that reason being that they became aware of this and Punk was telling the truth. So he would have had no court case at all if he got fired.
That's like saying, well, Enzo lost his job, but they would have had to prove that he... You know what I mean? Like, they proved...
If Enzo was actually proved as a rapist and they fired him, he wouldn't have a case.
Well, it's different because they fired him because he didn't tell them about the rape. But
no. But I'm saying if this is the same thing. If Enzo was found guilty in court and then WWE fired him, it wouldn't benefit him to keep his job.
Like let's say with
the doctor right now. The issue is he wasn't going after for lost wages, medical malpractice. The only thing he was going at, Punk was, for compensation for unlawful ridicule of his professional identity.
Right.
He was saying that Punk and Cabana's large fan followings and industry influence amplified the impact of their ridicule on him.
So he was suing for bullying.
Basically, yeah. He was saying that he was being ridiculed and ostracized by Punk, Cabana, and their fan base, their large following.
If he sued for bullying, I didn't know this was a bullying case. I thought it was something different.
No, if he lost his job, he literally would have went ahead and had no case at all. Why did you lose your job? Because I fucked up and I'm a bad doctor.
That's not true. Like that doesn't mean that.
Punk to be true.
That doesn't mean that. That's like saying.
Well, that's the reason they would have let him go, though.
No, that's like Seth Rollins suing somebody in the ring who hurts them, and then CM Punk said, or Seth Rollins says, "Hey, Jack Swagger's purposely tried to hurt me in the ring, and so now I'm suing him." And then like a few months later, the WWE lets the guy go, like for a different reason. It doesn't mean
and then Jack Swagger sues Seth Rollins. But the problem would be if they found out that he actually did intentionally hurt Seth. That's what this case is.
But this is from 2014, and so they could have fired the doctor a year ago today. Like
but they wanted to stand by him.
Right. Okay. Is that what it is? So why are there rumors that they're going to fire him?
Because now they have proof that, and basically they're agreeing that Punk was right. So it looks bad on them.
There's no difference. But this was a bullying case. So what proof do they have?
That Punk was believed to be telling the truth and did no wrong. So now in the court of public opinion.
But they didn't prove. Did they prove that? I thought they just proved that he didn't bully him.
He was found non-liable.
But I thought it was a bullying case. Yeah.
So Punk's words were proven to be true. Everything he said was factual. And what did he say? That he's a shitty doctor.
Right.
So they were justified in what he said. His words were found to be meaningful.
See, someone earlier told me the whole case, it went to like the next level. Like they believed the doctor. Like they didn't believe Punk or something. That's what I was told
right
earlier.
There. This didn't happen. One reason, Punk delivered a believable and persuasive testimony. At a starting point, Punk's most noteworthy remark during the trial concerned not the merits of the case, but rather what stands for his ring name. And more than relevant to the case, Punk acknowledged the caustic tone he adopted during the podcast. He attributed it to frustrations he was feeling at that time in his life, and he stressed that it doesn't capture his current sentiments. So he went on and on and on. They basically proved that there was no need for these punitive damages.
What does it mean it doesn't cover his current sentiments? What sentiments?
He feels different now than he did then when he recorded
feels the doctor wasn't wrong?
No. His attitude changed.
Okay, yeah, it's so confusing. But yeah, that's basically what I said last couple of weeks.
He was
though,
angry
is that
when he recorded the podcast, obviously.
He needed to just basically, they needed to prove that Punk was lying, and they couldn't do it, and that's what happened. So that was it.
Yeah, and if they fired him, it would have been for what? What reason?
Who?
Amon.
I don't know.
For being a bad doctor. You know, that he's the doctor. So if they let him go, it would have been because
they
Punk
haven't.
was right.
They haven't fired him in years.
No, not yet.
They still won't,
because they stood by him to protect themselves. They couldn't let him go, or else they could be found culpable as well.
I don't think they would have let him go anyway, because they never let him go. They didn't let him go 8 years ago. They didn't let him go 10 years ago. They didn't let him go 5 years ago. They didn't let him go 3 years ago. Didn't let him go right when this Punk thing happened. Didn't let him go when he sued Punk. You know, didn't let him go after. Now, like, they're not going to let him go. He's not going to let it go. I don't know.
Yeah, but basically, yeah, whoever told you shit, this is not it at all.
If they let him go, then they just proved that they're losers now. Like, if they let him go, like, now. Like,
I mean, I have 6 articles in front of me, one from Forbes, one from Sports Illustrated, one from Cage Side Seats, all with different actual courtroom quoted testimony.
Oh, God, Christ. No wonder people are sending me all kinds of wrong shit. Well, they,
jurors heard testimony that could have caused them to question whether Punk exaggerated or misconstrued the severity of the injury in order to defame Amon. To that point, Punk acknowledged on the witness stand that no physician ever diagnosed him with suffering from a MRSA infection. Such an infection can quickly imperil one's health since it is often resistant to antibiotics. And that acknowledgement contradicted Punk's assertion during the podcast. So he was found to be incorrect in what he stated on the podcast about the staph infection. He admitted this on the stand, and jurors evidently did not regard these differences in the detail as very influential since they ruled in favor of Punk. So yes, what Punk said was a lie. He didn't actually have MRSA. He only had a staph infection.
Jesus Christ, so they proved that Punk lied?
And they still ruled in his favor because those details didn't matter. The doctor still knew something was wrong and didn't do his job.
Okay, so this is really
whoever told you that Punk was lying, that's what they're getting out of this.
Yeah.
Punk wasn't lying. He just wasn't quoted properly.
Right. Yeah,
and he misrepresented himself on the podcast a bit.
Yeah. Yeah, Ryback was live on Instagram earlier, so I was typing in his chat. I said, pit of spikes, and then I also said hey Ryback, because he was like, stay positive everyone. I was like, hey Ryback, how come you tell everybody to stay positive? Are you going to tell me to stay positive and tell me to kill myself tomorrow? Like, I don't know. Everybody was sending me that he was live on Instagram, and then they were in there writing Joe Cronin's got a big dick, and Joe Cronin, like, Ryback's gay. Like, I was like, oh my God.
Sometimes you got to be petty, baby.
Sometimes you got to be. And it was funny, the look on his face too, because I went in there to see what he was doing. And, by the way, oh my God, you know what? I forgot about this. This is crazy. You might not be able to hear it because sound may not be triggered, but you hear this?
No.
Okay, you can't hear that. All right, let me pause you real quick, but you can listen because I believe that Ryback has left me a voicemail. Ooh. I don't know why, but he's wearing a black wig, like a black-haired wig. And he looks very sad. He's got black and white makeup on. This is really weird. Let me play this for you. This is boy, is this strange. This whole thing is strange.
Awkward, and I don't really know how to say it, but Cronin, I know you don't know me like this, but I know the time we spent together was kind of shitty, and I shit on you over there, and I wanted to know if you would, can't really bring myself to say it. It's, Cronin, would you birth my child?
Oh my God, Rybach. Oh my God. Oh my God. Wait a minute. He signed it. Broken Ryback. Who is Broken Ryback? Broken Ryback. What in the world? There's another one here. Is this Pearl Jam? Why is he wearing goth makeup?
No. And the boy, couldn't wait. Came down on me, the wicked. Oh, Rudy, you're be spoken. I'm emo now, bro. You're be spoken. Yeah, broken Ryback. Clearly I remember picking on the boy. Sweet the harmless little fuck. Ooh, but we unleashed the lion. Yeah.
I don't know why, but he's sitting here. He's really got this kind of dark make eyeliner on, and he's wearing a wig for some reason. It says broken Ryback. Why is he listening to Pearl Jam? Ryback, what are you doing?
Yeah, George, I know, man. Just like the dead. Oh, like the dead I heard.
Oh my God, he just keeps going on about how his dad hating him and everything.
I'll send it to you.
This is really weird.
Awkward, and I don't really know how to say it, but Cronin, I know you don't know me like this, but
he's in a dark place, Jake. I don't know if you heard that.
Very depressed.
Could you hear it?
I can now. Finally,
you could hear it. Okay, cool. Wow.
Yeah, he seems very depressed, and I would have loved to have been in that Instagram live chat, though. I'm telling you, seeing everybody just pit of spikes it up.
Yeah, I don't know why he's listening to Pearl Jam so much, but hey, let's get to the donations.
Like you said, he's in a dark place.
ShiBUM!
I told you. CM Punk is back from AJ's sack. Done playing with her rack to make more cash, and you heard it here first from the brash.
The
Bigger
brash.
than Kevin Nash, the #1 podcaster to never dash. Suck my dick and kiss my stash.
The bash, the trash, the lash, the stash. Seanzview, thank you for the $5 entertainment. I give you $5 a ShiBUM. The rum cum, the dum dum, the jum rum. Thank you very much, Seanzview, for the $5 and becoming a $5 ShiBUM. My other camera fell over earlier, so I just grabbed this old one. So it's got a weird angle tonight. Feel a little blurry, but yeah, whatever. Fallen Ghosts, thank you for going ahead and subbing to the channel. Hey, Trek, what's up, Trek? Trekpedia. Yeah. Trading his name.
Trekpedia. Yeah.
What's up, dude? Yeah, 7,900 subs, pretty good. Not as good as 56,000 on Joe Cronin Show, but
but hey, that's impressive for short time here, you know?
YouTube Slacker's got to slack a lot. Thank you for subscribing. What a funny name for YouTube. That's interesting. Everybody has one now. It's not any special anymore. That's why YouTube is turning into shit.
Super Chat Party.
Mello, you okay, bro? What's up?
Ammon's doctor was Road Dogg, that why he lost.
Yeah, probably. Anything that has to do with Road Dogg or has red hair seems to lose. The Goon, thank you for the $2. We'll talk about that next. Speculation on the Road Dogg being on Raw, but I really think the speculation came from the fact that script leaked and you saw that Road Dogg wrote a segment. But Road Dogg he's been writing segments on Raw for years, so it's not really different. Unless somebody has real proof that he's off SmackDown, he's been writing 2 segments on Raw, or at least not writing, but being the producer.
Yeah, he's been there to assist.
Full health. Heard Sixers could use WWE Drive.
Full health, baby.
WWE Drive.
The Sixers will be out there. They'll be out there no matter what playing. I don't give a fuck. Unless somebody breaks their ankle in half, they're playing. Hey, coach, my neck is really... I fell in the court and hit my head, and I've been seeing stars. We'll have you evaluated by the doctor. I don't know, my face hurts. Yeah, you'll be all right. Grab an ice cream and then run back out there. You'll be good. Are you sure? Yep. And then it can be like weird punishment.
Party.
Ammon's layer was Road Dogg, that why he lost.
The Goon's super chat. Either he super chatted twice or he sent another one.
He fixed it in the second one, but we knew what he meant the first time.
Yeah, we knew what you meant anyway. Yeah, that's funny though. But thank you, Goon, because we could use an extra $2, bro.
Yeah, he said ignore the first one, but hey, it was good.
The Goon is on fire. He don't get no water. Here's his cock.
That's my song. Awkward interviews are coming on Friday night on Monetize This. It's gonna be really weird. I'm gonna try to have Tommy NC do some weird shit.
Give me a hell yeah!
And we got the
Real
wheel
quick,
in the house
the
too.
WAZZZZUUUUPPPPPP.
Oh, damn! What's up? Just call me Luke. What's up? Just call me fucking Luke. How you been, Luke? Drink up, Steve Austin style.
Got some Steve Weisers.
Have a couple of Steve Weisers. Pour them down your face.
Speaking of drinking, happy fucking birthday to Adam Ant. Happy birthday.
Hey, Adam, happy birthday.
The one, the only.
Oh, the one and the only Fami.
Fami's going.
My name is Kane and I'm donating
Keep HIV positive. I'm eating some Wendy's. I get a family discount.
Dude, I'm ready to kill him. I'm ready to kill your brother, Fami. Fami, thank you for the $6. I'm ready to kill your brother, dude. I had to unsub his Instagram. He every fucking 15 videos in a row of that Musically shit where he plays something in the background and he's pretending to talk over it.
Yeah, he lip syncs over it. That shit is fucking just gay.
I read all the comments too, and most people are like, dude, fucking stop. These are people that are supposed to be his friends. Some girl was seriously stop doing it. I'm unfollowing you.
The new Halloween trailer comes out on Friday.
Yeah.
Michael Myers, thanks for the 316. Yeah, I can't wait for the Halloween trailer. We'll probably talk about it tomorrow night on...
yeah, Matt the Misfit sent
Thursday.
us the teaser for it. The teaser for the trailer. It's ridiculous that we have trailers for the teaser for the trailer.
Yeah, it's so stupid. I was thinking that
so
too.
Convoluted.
It's they show his face all close up tomorrow, the trailer.
It's coming.
It's a trailer for the trailer. We'll talk about it tomorrow night on Thursday Night Throwdown. He is the perfect dark match.
Sup, Joe? How ya doing?
What's up?
Here's a 10 spot for ya.
Fuck yeah.
Your content is awesome and I want to keep on supporting you. Also, I hate that Ty Dillinger isn't in the MITB ladder match.
Yeah, I wish he was.
I don't know why Vince doesn't like him. He deserves so much better. 10.
I don't know, man. I really like him too. I don't get it. I feel like he could be the new Mr. Perfect or something in a way. And I don't know. I guess they don't give a shit. But Andrew Reichenbacher, thank you very much, man.
And he had such a following in the first debut too.
Ryback broke necks in class today.
Oh.
Ryback broke necks in class today. Ryback broke necks in class today. Try to forget this, try to forget Joe. Try to erase this, try to erase Jake from the springboard.
I will break this. Oh my
Ryback
God.
spoke in class today.
He was so mad, man.
I'm sure he was. Stay positive.
I remember picking on the boy. Seemed a harmless little fuck. Little fuck.
But he unleashed the lion.
I can't believe he was fucking listening to Pearl Jam. What the fuck?
I know. Emo bastard. Well, to justify the title that you have for tonight's episode, we have some facts
Well, I think
here.
we kind of did with what we just did for 30 minutes.
You and I going back and forth, that was beautiful. But
yeah. Could he come back?
Punk stated that he doesn't think he would accept a real offer to return to pro wrestling, but he said he wasn't completely closing the door. He said, I don't think so. It's a hard question to answer. A lot has happened this week. I could definitely tell you that if you asked me a week ago when I still felt like I had one foot in the grave, the answer would have been no. I don't want anything to do with it. I feel like I'm out and the future has yet to be written. It's a wide open book. It's my story to tell. I'm just being real. I'm not going to sit here and be like, no, but something might come up. Something fun might be had. He said, right now, my heart, my mind, and focus is 100% on Saturday. But he also said that no one has ever asked me straight up to come wrestle for them. Nobody. People have said, hey, if you ever want to do anything, let me know. But no one's ever been like, hey, here's the deal. We're having a show. We're going to pay you this much. You're going to wrestle this guy. What do you say, yes or no? Not one person has ever done that.
Then TNA Impact is fucking stupid.
Because if he said that not one... that baffles me that not one person has made a legit offer to him. How has no one actually tried? You figure if they went ahead and actually threw some money at him, he might have said yes.
I can't believe that.
Maybe.
I gotta believe.
But
Didn't that independent booker That independent booker asked him to be there, and then he had to tell people he wasn't there. So I mean, that already that guy, somebody said that. Remember?
Yeah, I don't. We never heard if that was actually legitimate though.
No, but
a lot of people said that was bullshit.
I mean, it was, but I mean,
yeah,
they did sort of try to get him there.
But, yeah, I remember there being a big news hubbub about.
But my God, if nobody, if like somebody, you know, Impact Wrestling when they were dying, didn't say, listen, Punk, you're a fan of wrestling and everything, and like all of our guys in the locker room, like we need
they
we
respect
need help.
You, and
we need help. We're asking you, like, you don't need to do this at all. Even if you don't wrestle, just to come out and cut a promo on Impact would be. Like, it would be just blow the world up. Like, if you could do that, I mean, you would be helping us out more than anything. We don't have anything really. We got
give a big fuck you to WWE.
And, whatever. You know, just come. I wouldn't even say that to him yet. I'd just say, hey, come there and say your piece on the show if you want. Cut a pipe bomb. We want a pipe bomb on Impact Wrestling. How can we pay you $50,000 for a pipe bomb? Can we pay you $100,000 for a pipe bomb? You know, that's all we want to do. You know, that would be like. So you're telling me they never even tried that?
Yeah,
every single person
by going what he said.
Everybody at TNA Impact Wrestling should be fired right now.
I can't believe
right
they
now.
didn't make one legitimate offer. He also stated and talked about All In September and noted that he will not be a part of the event. He said absolutely it's not happening. Okay. But he also said that he was never directly asked to take part in the event or any wrestling professional wrestling show.
That's bizarre.
The only people that asked him to be part of All In was Pro Wrestling Tees.
That's so bizarre.
It didn't come from Kenny, Cody, the Young Bucks, nobody like that. He said directly. He said it only came to, the actual Pro Wrestling Tees asking him to do an autograph signing. And he said the reason he's doing that is for the fans.
At the Star
And he also said he'll be coming out to Cult of Personality for UFC 225 this Saturday. So.
Oh, really? I thought they said he was kind of leaning like he wasn't going to. Remember that? It was like sort of going into like...
They kind of ruined that surprise, but he revealed that he will come out to the fight to Living Color's Cult of Personality, which he obviously used in WWE and Ring of Honor. So.
I can't wait, man. I mean, guys, it's going to be a big night Saturday. I mean... the last time we covered CM Punk's thing, I mean, it was crazy. Like, it was like I believe we had like fucking just so many people. It was just
thousands upon thousands.
CM Punk UFC fight. I want to look it up and see if I can find our video. But yeah, it was just wild. It was 178,000 views. Like I remember
live there was like 70,000 I think at one point.
It was
something massive.
There was something massive. Like, I will absolutely be live covering CM Punk. What we're probably going to do is do a co-stream of, like, the CM Punk fight coverage into Corrupted podcast, pre-show at least. So we'll kind of mix into it. So it'll be a whole big party, as always. Yeah, last time, look at that. We had, 180,000 views. We had 700 dislikes, 600 dislikes, 700 likes. It was off the chart. We always, I always like sometimes when these rare UFC things come up that we get to cover, but this will be a really big one. People always say, why don't you cover UFC? Well, I do every once in a while, and we're certainly going to cover the CM Punk fight. Like, that's going to be, and the guys fight, they're both 0-1, so that's going to be interesting too. So yeah, Saturday night's going to be just off fucking, we're going to be dead. It's going to be crazy because monetize this on Friday night. We got the wheel, all kinds of shit's going to go down.
Myself, Fami, you got random interview questions.
Fami's going to be there. Fami's going to be there with Tommy, and maybe one of them are going to get kicked off. I don't know who. It's just going to be crazy. It's going to be a crazy week, and then Saturday's going to be the UFC. Then we get Corrupted, and then on top of that, I think I'm going to. I think Sunday night is Sean Danielson in Rhode Island, so I think I'll be at that. So it's just gonna be a hell of a weekend.
Wow. So you got a busy ass weekend.
It's gonna be a fun weekend.
And you want to talk about something else crazy? One of the news stories I wanted to bring up tonight is Chris Jericho is in business with Impact Wrestling, and things just got interesting. Did you hear about this?
What?
It says
I did hear about this.
Anymore, you know?
I don't know the details though. I'm glad you're gonna tell me because I kept seeing the posts about it, and I never read anything.
The concept of Y2J working for someone other than Vince McMahon and WWE was no longer out of the question. After everything happened with New Japan. But doing business with another promotion with a long-standing presence on U.S. television, which once tried to compete against Raw on Monday night, still seemed pretty implausible. And ever since Don Callis joined the management team, Chris Jericho's turned up the teases of maybe possibly showing up at Impact Wrestling someday. Well, this week started with some kind of troll responses directing Callahan and Impact President Ed Nordholm to the Cruise's ticketing site.
Yeah.
And then Jericho made it official in an Instagram video yesterday. He said, I'm out here in Los Angeles. I just had an extensive meeting with Impact Management, and as a result, I am proud to say that Impact Wrestling will be a part of the Jericho Cruise. That's right. Impact will be on board October 27th, and gives details about that. Book your cabin now. Impact Wrestling is coming aboard, and things just got a little bit more interesting.
Damn.
So that's a big announcement there. And Callis is also, the English language color commentator for New Japan Pro Wrestling. They're saying that he kind of opened the door for this to happen. And they also announced that their former X Division, champion Ishimori is going to be there for their July Slammiversary pay-per-view. So that's a big announcement as well. And, so there's a lot of New Japan guys now working, and ROH guys working with Impact. So
I tried to hit up Jericho like a bunch to be like, yo, get me a ticket to that shit. I'll cover the whole thing. Like I wanted to IRL, like just from the cruise, Hey, I'll just in real life stream the whole cruise. I'll walk around, be doing all these things, whatever. But Jericho, he was like, he didn't answer me, but it'd be fucking hilarious if we could do that. But I'd probably have to pay for a ticket, so I wouldn't go. But if Jericho paid for my ticket, I would IRL the whole thing. I would just cover the whole thing. I'd fucking pump it out every week. I don't think he cares, though. But it'd be fun as shit to do that. And cover all the matches that happen on it, like document the whole thing. I'm sure he's got a crew already doing that, like already videoing the whole thing. But I'm
sure he's got something going on. There has to be some type of documentary thing going on.
Dude, it would be wet and wild, though,
I'm sure that would be just liquid heaven.
Dude, to have liquid
puddles everywhere,
to be able to cover that whole cruise and just all the shit that goes on, and then like edit it later into a video, it'd be like, yeah, Cronin on the cruise of Jericho or something would be fun as shit. That'd be really
that's right.
fun.
The Goon said that also. Omega versus Okada 4 this Sunday at Dominion.
But yeah,
that's at like 3 a.m. So after Corrupted goes off, then 3 a.m. is Dominion.
That's fun. We'll probably be on the air still when that's going on.
Yeah. So
that's crazy. I forgot all about that.
And Triple H, Anthony reminded us that Triple H said no to NXT guys going on the cruise. That's why Jericho said "fuck you" and brought on Impact. So.
Oh yeah, because he was like, oh fine, yeah. Fuck him.
But I guess also there's possibility of a contract being worked out where he might do something in the actual Impact zone. So.
Right.
Oh, and happy birthday to Arthur Reyes as well. Just saw that on Twitter.
Oh shit,
so
Arthur Reyes, what's up, dude? I don't know why I haven't heard his name in like a few weeks, or at least I feel like longer for some reason. Arthur, what's up, dude?
Happy birthday.
Open phone lines right now. We do have some donations I got to play. I see your super chats coming in. I see the donations coming in. In fact, let's hit those up too, real quick while we wait for the 339-226-6610. Oh my God.
Are you going watch NJPW Dominion? I hope KEEM Omega and the Young Bucks never come to the WWE.
Me too. Please stay away, guys. Please don't come to the WWE. Stay in New Japan. Jet718, what's up, Jet? Thank you, Jet, for the donation, Jet. And we got a couple more rolling in a minute, but while we wait for that, let me go to 832. I hung up on, my bad. 773, what's up?
Hey, Joe, what's up? It's Jeff.
It's who?
Jeff, I was wondering, what do you think is the biggest problem for the drop of the ratings now?
Thank you, Jeff. The biggest problem with the drop in the ratings is it's going to catch up with them eventually. Like, that's really the issue. But you mean why the ratings are dropping? Is that what you're saying?
No, like, speaking of dropping like Tommy's barber.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. What the fuck? Oh, my God. Oh, that's... what the
fuck? Can I award some rage points for that one? Jesus.
Oh, that's so terrible.
I don't think Troy will mind.
He was on the phone crying with me about that earlier.
I know.
That's so fucking horrible. Oh, my God.
Didn't see that coming.
Oh, neither did... Well, 832,
Well...
832, you're on the phone. What's up, 832? Hello? Hey, you're live. What's up?
Hey, it's Corey.
Hey, Corey.
Shit.
Hell yeah, baby. Let's go, Corey. Take it off.
I honestly didn't think you would pick up.
Yeah, I know. It's weird. I got you. It's weird because all these people are calling, but I got you. It's like it's fate.
Man, you have no idea how long I've been trying to call the show.
Yeah, unfortunately, Skype nowadays, like, they only allow, like, 3 calls in at a time. Like, so if 3 people call, 3 pop up, and that's it. And all the other people that call get a busy signal or something. But it used to be that, like, everybody could call. So, like, I could see everyone who's calling, and I could kind of pick around so it would get, like, it would be easier to sort of get someone on that I haven't seen call in a little while. But whatever, it doesn't, Skype sucks. But yeah, you're on now. What's up?
Well, I got a question. Since when the hell does Skype charge you just to call and do all that kind of stuff?
Skype should not charge you to call unless you're on Skype and you're calling somebody, like somebody's number.
I think you meant what does it charge you, but...
Oh, it doesn't really charge me, but I do have the professional one so that we can do all the stuff. So it's like, I think it's like, shit, I don't remember. It's like $39.99 for 3 months or something. I don't know. It sucks.
Damn.
Yeah.
They're coming out with a new plan, I guess, too, where Microsoft is doing something with Spotify secretly, and they also want to do something with Skype. So if you have Xbox Live Gold, you might get like air minutes and time accredited to you for Skype, like extra. You're supposed to get 1,000 minutes with your Xbox, but now you might be actually able to get a phone line as well. So I don't know if that might give you some type of discount. But
what do you mean? Like, I mean, I have a phone line for it, so.
Yeah, so because the number of people call in, so I guess they're adding some type of like reward program. So if you have Xbox Live Gold, if that, it'll end up benefiting Skype users as well, accessing premium accounts with a discount.
Oh, okay. Well, maybe it'll go half price or something.
Yeah, either way, save some money.
Yeah, I wish I had Japanese food right now.
Fucking A, right.
Yeah, anything else, man? But yeah, that's about it with Skype.
I gotta admit, Skype sucks ass big time.
Scott sucks ass.
Scott.
Like Scott
I don't
McKinnon?
know. It's always been messed up on me. I don't know why.
What, Scott McKinnon?
No, Skype.
You said Skype's been messing up on him. Okay, I thought you said Scott McKinnon's always been shitty. Like, I'm like, yeah, I agree. Thank you, man. Yeah, Skype sucks, bro. It does sometimes. It used to be great. Skype used to be awesome. Every year it gets worse, and that's not even a joke. It literally gets worse every single year. I don't know why that is or what the hell is wrong with them, but it just does, and I don't have a real answer for it. I just don't understand what Microsoft is doing. They had something that was working well, and then they crapped on it. And now we got 631 on the phone. What's up?
Joe and Jake, it's Haskell.
Haskell, what's up, man?
What's going on, Haskell?
What's up, brothers? How are you?
I'm doing okay.
You sound okay. You look good on TV.
I'm kind of tired. I don't even really feel good. I just feel shitty. I feel angry. I feel like I want to break something.
Yeah, I'm right there with you.
Dude, after the Monday and Tuesday night we just had on Raw and SmackDown, can you blame yourself?
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like, I'm just like,
horrible.
This blows. Like, kill me.
I know you said you left an epic rant last night. We didn't get to hear it, unfortunately, the way Skype fucking ruins everything. But what were you ranting about?
Where'd you leave the epic rant? Where'd you leave the epic rant?
It was more of like a rant thank you. Because
that's a
I
rare
heard
one.
you retweeted the thing I did out for my brother. Joe, you donated and everything. When I saw that, I fucking bawled, man. I fucking bawled. it's been up for 2 days, and so far, sadly, you're the only one who's donated.
It's hard to get traction. It's hard to get traction on those things. Yeah, everybody should take a look. I retweeted it.
It's funny because my friends are like, dude, somebody begged for a car and they got one. I'm like, dude, that's just my life how it is. But
yeah, people, sometimes they get things that they don't quite deserve, and I've seen a lot of that with, these type of campaigns. And one kid wanted, I saw the other day, and he got his program fulfilled. He wanted a $7,000 computer, and he wanted to become a YouTuber. And people, they finished the campaign. They donated.
So weird.
He's like, I have a $2,000 computer, but I want a better one.
It's weird.
And he got it.
It's weird, man. That's so weird. Like I did one time for like new equipment because all my equipment was jacked up, and I was like, if someone told me to do it, and I was like, all right. So I did it, and it got like $80 or something, and then I was like, all right, and then I stopped, and then I went on, and that was it. And I GoFundMe never worked, so it's weird how sometimes things work, and then the other times they don't work at all.
Right.
It's very strange. I don't get it, and sometimes it gets traction. You really have to make someone feel like terrible or something. Like, I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, it's like, I mean, if I put my like entire life story out there, like people would be like, that can't be possible. It's like, yeah, it's true. I've had a car stop on me. I've been burned and scalded by hot coffee, fell off a roof, and just like it goes on. And like, dad died of cancer, had legs amputated, mom COPD. I mean, it's a fucking horror show of my life.
Yeah.
But my epic rant and shit was more of a thank you. It was just thank you for, doing what you could, doing what you did, your support. It means the world, man. It really does. I mean, I got, close friends at home, and, but they're married, they got kids, and it's like, I never see them. I see you guys more than I see them.
Yeah.
And while that might sound sad and stuff, it's not.
Yeah,
because
man.
I get enjoyment from what you do. You make me laugh. Yeah, make me cry, which that was a good thing though, because it was happy tears.
I'm glad it's a good thing
but I just,
there.
wanted to say, thank you so much, and if there's anything I could ever do for you guys, if I can, I will.
I'm gonna need you to kill somebody for me.
It might be my brother's ex.
Oh my God.
Oh, dude, please. I'm actually shaking right now because she actually trashed me and my sister on fucking Facebook.
Really?
Maybe we need to kill someone for you then.
Why don't you tell her to? Well, she's upset. Obviously, her husband's dead, but like,
they split up because he had his demons.
So why don't you be like,
he was drugs his whole life, and they finally got the best of him. We think it's just a lot of shady shit going on. There was no autopsy. Did he OD? Was it his heart ailment? Was it his legs? We don't know. There's just a lot of shady shit. And, the whole week we were planning, an upstate thing, because she's upstate. And, like, listen, with my back, because I broke it on 9/11, falling off a roof. And I'm like, I can't make it up. She's like, not a problem. Can you help to pay? I'm like, I can't. I'm like, I get $988 a month, and I live on Long Island.
Why don't you tell her to be like, why don't you pay for it, you fuck?
Well, see, I said, listen, I'll see what I can do, but I can't promise anything. Just like, listen, if you can't, it's okay.
Man.
Great, fine. She makes some arrangements down here, funeral home, a bar afterwards for a celebration. Then I find out the funeral's canceled. Now it's 3 hours at the bar. I'm like, okay. And then 24 hours Monday night, she drops me this bombshell that it's going to be like $2,500, and they take credit cards, and I'm staring at this thing like, I'm like, I asked you this information 4 days ago, and now you tell me less than 24 hours before the fucking bar the bar celebration of his life, you dropped this on me when you fully knew well I couldn't afford to pay you upstate and help out. What makes you think my financial situation changed 6 days later?
Yeah, in a week's time.
I'm like, this doesn't make fucking sense. And then so this morning I wake up, I'm just achy and sore and shit, and don't go on Facebook all day. And I go on Facebook, and she writes me this fucking message, and like she's a personal message, or I'm dead to her and her family. I'm like, okay. And then all of a sudden I look up, I'm like, why do I have 35 notifications? I'm like, that's odd. I'm thinking maybe like I clicked on somebody's post and I just forgot to click, turn off notifications. And I clicked on this thing, and she's like, I want to thank everybody coming out to Rick's service. But his lovely brother and his sister, the miserable loser, whatever she said, didn't put in a penny. And so, of course, I'm looking at these comments by people, some at the party, where they're trashing us, and I'm just like, are you fucking kidding me? I'm like, even talking about it now, I'm like shaking, just like,
send her
are you fucking kidding me?
Send her a dick pic. Send her your dick and be like, does it look like my brother's dick? You fucking bitch.
Well, yeah, that's one thing our family had in common. We were packing.
Does this remind you of anyone?
Yeah, right.
and then cut it, and then and then jerk off. Like I don't know. It's getting weird. All right, well,
Haskell, you know we love you. I
know. I'm sorry.
No,
don't be.
I'll listen to your rant,
I shared your campaign again on Twitter. I retweeted it again. I put a little message with it. No, I apologize. I myself can't donate, but if anybody can contribute,
I know what you're going through.
Yeah, well, if anybody can,
man, and
you know,
I mean, shit, I sent it out to The Rock, to Slayer, to WWE. I'm like, fuck it. Just fucking send it to everybody. Maybe somebody fucking, respond and shit.
Yeah,
But anyway, you guys get back to a kick-ass show. I just wanted to, say thank you. I love you guys both. If there's anything I could ever do, let me know, and I'll do the best I can to help out. Whether it's calling up, being a guest, bullshit, whatever. I'll do whatever I can to help you guys out. So get back to work, kick some ass, and go Ryback, go.
Ryback.
Haskell, man, sorry to hear about all that shit, bro. I did, I tweeted out. Oh, fuck, I thought he was done. Haskell, go check out his GoFundMe. I retweeted it. I also put it in the chat. Yeah, his brother died. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah, it's definitely tough situation.
I have anxiety after that call, though, right now. Like, I've got bad anxiety disorder right now. He's going to be joining us tomorrow night on Monetize This, but maybe he'll lighten the mood right now because, ladies and gentlemen,
Fami.
Oh, shit.
Oh, my God. Look, everybody.
It's Fami.
Hey, guys.
Oh,
hey,
Fami.
How's it going?
Fami, do you have an Instagram account like your brother where you just sing on Musical.ly all the time?
I actually have a secret Instagram. It's all about footages.
Oh, okay. It's
I post footages all the time. I don't do singing.
Fetishes. Like it's like it's like fetish.
I thought you were all about that Snapchat, dropping that D.
That's people have to pay for that one. Let's not talk about my private one, Jake, okay?
Yeah, the pay to chat. Gotcha.
Uh-huh.
Yeah. What do you think of? Oh, Fami. I heard Fami puts, Fami, you told me the other day that sometimes you're like your brother. You stuff like full-on zucchinis up your ass and sit at your chair.
See, that's where the difference is. I've always told him, Tommy, you get a zucchini, you put some tinfoil around it, and you put it in the front, not the back.
Yeah.
I don't know why he keeps putting it in the back.
Because there's a little bit of a G spot there for guys. Maybe that's why.
Well, maybe I'm discovering something about my brother.
It took me a long time. Do you know how many penetrations it took me to figure out? Like, because what you got to do is like right before you're about to ejaculate, you need to stuff it in your own hole, but then like pull it out before you come, and then it's amazing. But if you're in there while you're coming, it kind of evaporates it a little bit. Yeah, there's a very strategic way of doing it. So keep that cucumber nearby, and just practice makes perfect, Fami.
I actually prefer a pickle. Our family prefers
Oh,
pickles.
yeah, they're so juicy. And you know what? Here's another thing about pickles that's really good is you poke a few holes in the pickle, and when it goes in, it like squirts out the pickle juice and tickles your insides.
Ooh. Tickles your pickle and the inside of your wickle.
Wow. Oh, my God. This is so
That's
hot.
a mouthful, literally.
That was crazy. And let me tell you something. We're talking about a crazy thing Tommy does. Just want to bring it up. He lost a lot of support the other night when he was streaming.
When he said the N-word.
No, he was actually doing Fortnite, and all his supporters wanted to play with him.
Oh.
With Tommy, my brother. He went at him, and they got pissed off.
Well, I'll tell you.
Wow, he didn't want to play with the public, huh?
And the other thing, too, is he doesn't have, like, alerts on there. He doesn't have donations. It's like one night I was going to drop $5 and say something to him while I was playing, but I couldn't because it was just him playing. And he's singing all this dumb music over it and everything. God damn, was it terrible.
What is with the music? What is going on with him?
But it's even
I don't
worse.
know. And then he uploads a video of him trying to scrub his ass in a Walmart.
Did you see that?
Yeah, why was he scrubbing his ass at a Walmart?
He had a Tommy NC butt scrubber.
Yeah. I watched that all morning this morning. I'm like, ew, he's stuffing it up his ass. And I kept thinking, somebody's going to buy this thing. We'll talk about this more on Monetize This. And Thursday Night
this is
Throwdown,
just little teasers. There's so much this Friday, Joe. I can't wait.
Fami, we know your brother's a big wrestling fan, but do you have a favorite wrestler?
Yeah.
We're
Diesel.
not too sure if it's legit. He's a wrestling fan, but do you have a favorite wrestler right now?
At this time, I really do. I think the man with the plan is the AJ Styles.
Oh wow, Fami and AJ.
He is still on top in my book. Hopefully they don't ruin him like they did everybody else, but he's phenomenal.
I heard he got 6 inches.
Yeah, listen to Fami not saying lackluster or up and down anywhere in that statement.
Yeah,
that was impressive.
Or like good, it was pretty decent. He's a pretty decent wrestler.
The new official butt scrubber, and you can reach around and rub your butt. And it's the official butt scrubber. If
Fucking idiot.
you call now, you get 2 free. Come down and get your free butt scrubber, and you can reach around and definitely clean out all the grime that's in your butt. So, folks, as always, I'm Tommy NC 2010. Get your official Tommy NC 2010 butt scrubber.
Ugh.
That's gross.
I'm gonna throw up, man.
Imagine all the dander and skin cells on that.
You know what the worst part is, Joe and Jake? He does that, and he doesn't buy it. He puts it back for the next person to use.
Yeah, somebody's gonna buy that thing, which is gross.
You should just walk to the trash can and throw it away. That's what he should do.
Yeah.
He
a little
jammed
baby, something.
And he
the parents
jammed
gonna
it up
buy
his
it,
ass.
And next you're going to get HIV positive all over.
He jammed it deep up his ass. Listen, Mello, we're gonna move back on, but listen, we'll see you
Who's
Friday
Mello?
night. Oh, I'm sorry.
What'd you say?
I'm sorry. Somebody in the chat said something. Mello
I
in the
got you.
chat.
I got you.
I'm sorry.
I understand.
Yeah, Mello was in the chat before. I was talking to him, but yeah, Fami,
Fami,
Friday.
We'll
He's
see
hanging
Friday.
in there being HIV positive too.
Okay.
Jake,
That's good.
my man. Joe, my
Thank
man.
you. We'll see you, Fami. Fami, I'll see you on
Fami,
Friday.
you stay HIV positive, baby.
Fami.
Oh, every night of my life, I can't get rid of it. There's no cure.
All right, Fami. We'll see. Oh,
look at him giving us the itchy V sign.
Oh,
that's what that means, right? Itchy V.
Yeah, itchy vag. Yeah.
Yeah, itchy vag.
That was
because you're wiggling the fingers while giving the V. That's itchy vag. You gotta scratch it.
I'm gonna throw up.
So looks like Kairi Sane is indeed next in line to face Baszler in Brooklyn. Nikki Cross is only in NXT because Baszler needed an opponent for Chicago, plus I think Sanity screws over AJ Styles at Money in the Bank.
Yeah, that's Sanity screws AJ Styles. That's interesting. I didn't think about that. We thought they would show up, is what the consensus seems to be. Kairi Sane's sweet ass. Thank you. I thought Kairi Sane kind of had a flat one. It's cute though.
Super Chat Party.
That all could happen.
Josh, what's Brooke Plunk doing in the Impact Zone?
The artist formerly known as CM Punk.
It could have worked. It could have worked. They brought everybody else in for like 5 weeks. Jim Cornette, Bruce Pritchard.
Our new champion, Alberto Del Rio. Alberto Del Rio's been released. I think the longest one that's lasted is friggin' it doesn't work when they do this shit. Austin Aries is the only one holding on.
Yeah, because he's got nothing else.
Yeah.
Super Chat Party.
I am the man.
Shinsuke theme song is what got me watching again. Lol, Steve Austin is the GOAT.
Yeah.
Who is CM Punk? I'm 28 by the way. Don't you guys miss the Pyro?
Angel Pimentel or Angel Pimentel. Yes, thank you very much. Yeah, I miss the Pyro. Yeah, the excitement of the explosions. I really don't. Without the explosions, there's nothing to get excited about down in my pants. So yes,
the last time they
very
got rid of
much
it,
miss
I was like, "What the fuck happened?" I remember looking it up on like the news and Reddit, and finally like, "Oh, I guess it's budget cuts." And they brought it back, and I'm like, "Fuck yeah!" We went to a few live shows, and it's fun to see the Pyro. You know, that adds to it, not just live, but it makes it feel more important.
Yeah, it's like here we go. It's on.
Okada versus Omega 4 this weekend.
Yeah, this is a huge weekend now. Like this is just stacking up to be an insane weekend. The Goon. Thank you for donating $2, Goon. What's been up, bro? Yeah, this is going to be a big weekend, man. We got I'm gonna be dead from monetize this. And then the next night, dude, I mean, the Punk fight's probably gonna get over right as Corrupted starting or right around that time. Dude, look at last time we covered the CM Punk fight. I'm looking at it. Look at this, dude. We killed it. Every UFC I ever cover for the last 5 years has always done insane numbers.
Yeah, it's always done.
It's going to be a big one. Saturday night, baby.
Rah 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 Tommy 6R
Jeremy spoken. La la la.
Oh.
No subliminal messaging there.
Amazing catching Jeremy.
Gorilla Strong just donated $2 in a super chat earlier, and he just said mung. Munge.
Yeah, he's munging it up.
Is it munge or mung? I forget after last night.
Mung, I believe.
Mung. Like hung. Like I'm hung like a mung.
Yeah.
I jumped off and gave that fucking corpse that elbow drop, so all its fluids came out into my friend's face.
I don't think it's munging. I think it's munging, but I could be
munging
wrong.
sounded funny though yesterday.
Yeah, munging sounds better. So I mean,
whatever. It sounded like that story that Ken told about when he worked at a graveyard and all that pus was coming out of a body.
Yeah.
And like they were worried about people dying even smelling that. I'm telling you, you
What's
can die.
going on with Bruce Pritchard podcast on the network? Are they gonna cancel it already? Anything good on WWE Network never lasts.
You know, Alexa's sweet ass, I think the idea was just to grab a couple like highlight episodes from him and start putting them up there.
Yeah, I think it was like a season essentially already with what they did release. Like they're going to do very mini small releases.
Yeah, Alexa, thank you. I mean, I thought that's like one of the number one things around. People probably just watch on
Hey
YouTube.
Joe and Jake. I looked up the 15 NXT champions and sadly only 3 have become WWE champion. Seth, Kevin, and Finn. It's like Vince is destroying all the hard work Triple H is doing.
Well,
I wish they would do more NXT, Raw or SD Live segments like Owens versus Cena.
I knew Seth and Ken. I couldn't think who the third was, and that's because it was Finn, and I forgot about the Universal title reign.
Me too, but
one day.
Alexa's sweet ass, thank you before that. And Kalel Bama. What's up, Kalel Bama? Yeah, but I just
mean,
think
think about the NXT champion, Bobby Roode.
I love Fami.
Oh,
who doesn't?
Lizard come in a sippy cup. All right.
You think about NXT champion Bobby Roode. And
I
then
don't care if they're champions, though. Like he said, you know, Khalil Bama said champions. I don't care if they become champions. I just want them to be valuable and not be completely fucking neutered when they come to the main roster.
Oh, I absolutely get that point. But I think back to Bobby Roode, the NXT champion, and you know his really solid title reign, the feud he had with Nakamura and everything, and then you get Bobby Roode.
Yeah.
Super chat.
He sucks now. Bobby Roode blows now.
Joe, did you see Tommy's butt scratcher video?
Oh, we just played it. What's up, ADTR? Yeah, dude, I saw it this morning. I think it was, or last night maybe. I don't remember. Whenever it first came up, like I saw it when it got uploaded. So I was like, oh boy, what's this? And I watched it. I was just like, what the fuck, bro? How weird is this shit? But yeah, what's up, Mike? Yeah, become a patron, man. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. You'll get all that shit. Check out Patreon.
Yeah.
We're 317 right now. It's crazy.
Brendan, Trexter and Finn just let us know that the Pritchard podcast will be back up on Friday.
There you go.
Here it comes.
Told you.
Conrad said they did an ECW Return 06 and WWE wanted to edit it. Conrad and Bruce didn't want to whitewash ECW should be up fry, he said.
Thank you, Finn Balor, forever for the $5 super chat, man. Shout out to Conrad. Where you at, Conrad? Conrad was cool enough to let Terry do that podcast with me, except for we decided not to do it, but so I really like that Conrad guy. Seems like a nice dude. Yeah, he was cool enough. I don't know, because although I think behind the scenes he was like, hey, I don't think you should work with him. He's kind of fucking crazy. Because Terry, you know, all of a sudden, what if your podcast, you know, we'll have everybody like messaging from the LGBT, like, he said fag on the show once, like, and your podcast supports that. You know, it'd be like a fucking...
It's terrible they have to pull that shit nowadays.
I guarantee they said that behind the scenes, because, like, first of all, I said I can't do it because Mondays I have my show and I make more money there, but I'd still do it if we could make it work. And then it was like, well, you know, we also think now we think it probably is, for the best, because your show is so, you know, so crazy, you know. It's like, oh yeah, okay. You know, it's like,
yeah, I got you.
I'm not fucking employable at this point with this show.
They wanted a lot of work though too.
Yeah,
so.
that was the initial issue.
You know, there was a lot to it, a real lot.
But you know what?
I mean, at least they
you know what?
Did work with you for a bit.
My show, this show, we're dominating, motherfuckers. Okay, this show dominates. So the bottom line is, while it may be a hindrance to PG shows, and by the way, I could go by my real name. Then I could go do a show and be like Dan, and I could be my real actual fully serious self. And you know, that's a character over there. So
only 20% gay.
Yeah, I'm only 20% of that. I mean, it's not like you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger got hired as the governor in California. It's like they didn't say, "Oh, you can't be the governor because you've killed several people." You know, because in movies, like, he didn't really kill people. It's a movie. He didn't really
a few stuntmen maybe, but
yeah, he only killed a few people he killed a few women on the side. You know, like, who we're gonna tell him? I'm going to tell Maria that we have 3 kids in Guatemala. We hiding them. And he's like,
let me tell you something. No, you're not going to tell anybody. You're not going to talk to Maria. If you talk to Maria, I will have you killed. I will have you down. I will have you chopped into tiny pieces.
And he just fucking lost his mind.
That's a lot of housekeepers they had to keep finding.
Hey, Familda.
That's not even a name. And he just fucking
Yosemia.
He cuts them up in the backyard.
A little bit of lie and lawn darts.
That's it. I'm never hiring another Mexican. They're always getting pregnant. I'm not hiring another one. I'm only hiring a German. I'm gonna hire a German one. I'm going to hire a German one. Brumhilde, you start Friday, Brumhilde.
Then Brumhilde comes in.
He's close enough to the friggin' Mexican border. You can blame the cartel. So you never know.
Wants the bushes trimmed.
Yes, I want the bushes trimmed, but also I want to bang your tight asshole.
Ooh, das ist big cock. Like, and then he bangs Brumhilde. But then a couple days later, like, you know, she's like, you know, she sends a note to him. She wants $1 million, so she's gonna tell. You know, so it's like, Brumhilde, I've got to show you something. It's just my trusty chainsaw. Shut up! Sit down! So many pieces of body on the floor!
Put the cookie down!
Honey, what are you doing?
Maria! I am cutting a firewood! No!
One more winter.
You know? That fucking chainsaw just speeds up at the end too. It just fucking.
The racist chainsaw.
Yeah. Sounds like it ran away at the end. I wish I could do a better Arnold, but that was close enough.
That was spot on to me.
Someone's in Berlin.
Oh, that's too fucking good. Gina J asked us, what do you guys think about a possible Cena Velveteen Dream feud in NXT? I've heard mumbled rumors.
Wow, that's weird.
I know that Cena heavily endorsed Velveteen and said that he thinks he would be the next top guy in WWE.
Wouldn't that be
I didn't hear anything about Cena going to face him, though.
That'd be pretty awesome if he was.
That'd be fucking
I'm
great.
into him. I like him.
If Omega wins the IWGP title, I will mark out so freaking much like a kid since the Ruthless Aggression era when Batista returned in 2006 from injury.
Yeah, that would be pretty badass. It'll be a pretty badass night no matter what. Like, it's gonna be nuts.
Yeah, if he beats Okada for the belt, that's gonna be fucking huge.
Yeah, that's gonna be a big night. It's gonna be party time.
I laugh every time I think about Kenny Omega, though. Coming to WWE, the cleaner would be the cleaner.
Oh,
just
God.
fucking sweeping up after Cena.
John Wills, thank you, man. Was that John Wills that donated?
Yeah.
Yeah, John Wills, thank you. Yeah, I don't know, man. I just don't want anybody coming to WWE. Stay. Just don't come. Please don't come. Stay where you are, or you will be ruined times 10. I don't want. I want Kenny Omega in NXT. Like, don't get me wrong. I want Kenny Omega in NXT, but I don't want him anywhere near the main roster.
Nothing near the main roster. And that's sad that we say that, because for so long there's so many different wrestlers and stars we've said, oh my God, could you imagine if they were in WWE?
Right.
All these dream matches. And the problem is we're starting to get these dream matches, and they're so disappointing.
Yeah, they haven't. A lot of things haven't
They
lived
have
up to the
not
hype.
lived up to our expectation at all. And I know there's a varying, degree of reasons, but
The weird thing about AJ and Shinsuke, if that's the one you're going to point to first, which makes sense, is AJ and Shinsuke. The weirdest thing about that is it's been one of the best, like, storylined rivalries in a while. It's been like it really has. It's been like one of the best rivalries on the main roster in a long time. But we haven't.
But when you compare it to other previous rivalries, it falls flat.
No,
instantly.
but no, forget that. It just they haven't had a match that's like their matches that we thought.
Yeah,
we
the
thought,
matches are leaving a lot to be desired.
We thought the opposite. We thought, oh, it doesn't matter the build up of what they do. It's just going to be the match is going to be nuts. Well, we've gotten no really decent. We've gotten decent, but we've gotten no really crazy match from them. But instead, we've gotten a really good storyline build up compared to anything else going on. It's really weird.
Yeah, and think about, top of my head, all right, besides those two, when we had Sting versus Triple H, I feel like that was a big letdown. And, the way they made it Monday Night Wars all over again. What else? Dream match. Oh, John Cena, Undertaker recently. The match was, good for what it was, but it certainly wasn't the dream match we had all envisioned it could be.
Yeah.
Things like that. A lot of times we get these matches that we've fantasized about for so long, and they just...
The weird thing is I'd rather watch the Omega... I'd rather watch the John Cena match than the AJ match at WrestleMania, which is crazy.
Agreed. And that should speak volumes in itself.
I don't know what it means, but it's weird. It's very weird.
Yeah. That match was interesting. Speaking of interesting, I hope this isn't true, but I guarantee you've heard of this yourself, but rumor, WWE bringing back NWO stable with new members.
I just saw this one earlier.
Yeah, Big Mike WRS sent it to us on Twitter. And, I had read it myself, and I'm like, it's people are talking about this because they're filing for ways to retain the rights and the trademark for merchandising purposes for the NWO.
Yeah.
And, of course, they're going to keep their, because they could still sell NWO shirts and, NWO labeled anything. But there was also, back in 2011, a rumor of Kevin Nash becoming a manager, and he was going to have a new stable, with a new cast of characters. And depending on who was selected to join, Nash was going to act as the mouthpiece and use the NWO brand to sell merchandise and get new talent over.
Wow.
Wasn't the worst idea, but back in 2002, they tried this without, Hogan, Nash, or Hall. They did it with Shawn Michaels as the leader, and the idea didn't work then. And it's hard to see it working, 16 years later, really, too.
Well, shit, I don't know. Maybe.
Like they said, there's already stables waiting to debut on television. I don't think this would help at all. I think it would just be a facade at this point. It would just showcase everything that's wrong with the company.
Well, based on the writing, it wouldn't matter. Yeah, because
that's the problem. The lack of writing would, be such a detriment that it would just the nostalgia would wear off week one. Everybody would pop, and then week 2 or 3, it would go nowhere, and you'd end up how Matt and Bray are booked now.
Yeah, I just come at everything with the idea that their writing sucks so bad that nothing will matter.
Yeah, that's the truth. So, I mean, and then you look at NXT, and we have our women's championship match announced tonight for Takeover. That's going to be fantastic. Shayna Baszler steps into the ring with her toughest challenger yet. She's going to take on Nikki Cross. We're going to see that next week at NXT Takeover Chicago. Can't wait for that.
Hey, remember when WWE 2K Games followed me on Twitter and they used to talk?
Yeah, they had the conversation stream wide open with you. That was really cool.
Leah was like, "I told you being vulgar, would be bad for you or whatever." Well, here's when 2K Sports used to follow me and we used to talk and they used to be like, "Hey, when you go PG, let us know so we can work with you." They reached out to me too. I didn't say anything to them. They were just like, "Hey, what's up? Yeah, so we saw your stream. We were gonna talk about some stuff, but we can't." That's how fucking raw this show is, baby. We don't sell out for nothing. Fuck that. We don't sell out for shit, bitch. We don't sell out for nothing. We don't suck anybody's dick. We don't go over to fucking what's that cocksucker's name who swallows cock? What's the guy's name? Shit,
there's a lot of them.
No, he's a big YouTuber. This little cutie face. Forget his name. Damn it, I can't remember his name. But anyway, I don't go suck his ass for nothing.
There's enough of them
for nothing.
There's enough of them.
We lose fucking sponsorships, flights to fucking WWE 2K. I mean, that's the same reason. That's why Champ Chong flew out there.
Yeah, he was able to go out and interview the wrestlers and multiple times.
Shout out to Champ Chong. I saw his video earlier today. He's like, the guy just doesn't. He must be rich doing something else because he had such a following. Why wouldn't you just make videos at least every week on YouTube? And it's like he makes one, then goes away for months, and then comes back. Dude has 800,000
When he comes
subs.
back too, he just does like he's been uploading forever. He just uploads like the latest gaming news video and then disappears for another 3-4 months.
Right. Oh, it is Dank Ops. Yeah, Dank is the one.
Yeah, Dank Ops. That's
oh my god,
right.
what a creepo. Fucking every time I see him next to a kid, I get creeped out. And I think that I think he blows Pulse. Yeah, I think he bangs him because I don't know. Based on the what I've heard. I'm just kidding. But no, Pulse looks like a little, like he might be younger. Like if you shaved his face, like I don't know, something going on. That's what I heard. I heard something. People keep sending me Twitter messages about it, like it's creeping them out. It's weird. I don't know. I don't fucking know, man. Why does everybody ask me about this shit? Why does everybody come to me with?
Because you're usually in the know
with these conspiracies
you have
about people.
Ties to everywhere.
Why is there always a conspiracy about people? I don't fucking know. I don't know about these people. Anyway, what else? Anything else wrestling news wise?
Big Show said that the scariest wrestler backstage is Brock Lesnar. He scares everybody in the arena and backstage. He's got the best backstage game since Hulk Hogan as far as freaking everybody out. He said this on the Steve Austin show.
Oh, wait, who's got the best game?
As scary outside of the ring as he is inside.
Who's got the best game? Lesnar?
Yeah, he says Lesnar's as scary inside as he is out of the ring.
Well, I would imagine yeah. Because he comes in and he's like, yeah.
And then, he continues to build up Lesnar. He said, who can beat Brock Lesnar at this point? No comedy, no haha, no fun and games. He's a legit champ. Whoever beats Brock is going to be made, and that's what you want out of somebody that drops the title. Not passing the title like you're passing a volleyball back and forth. Well, no shit. So
he just sits on it and squashes it. Squashes the ball.
Pretty much. Also, former WWE superstar Grandmaster Sexay was arrested.
What?
TMZ reports that Wednesday morning,
Jerry Lawler's kid, for the people that don't know, it's Jerry Lawler's kid. It's really important.
Yeah. Brian Christopher was arrested in Memphis for he was arrested for theft of services under $1,000 as he skipped out on a hotel bill. He was staying at a Hampton Inn and tried to flee without paying.
I thought he was going to say...
He told police that he used a credit card that didn't have enough funds to cover the $802 bill.
Oh, Christ.
And this accordingly conflicts with charges from back in 2009 And he, so something with that is causing him possibly to face jail time with this, because that had to do with disorderly conduct and assaulting a police officer in 2009.
That's weird.
So the mugshot is crazy.
Really?
He looks possessed.
Well, he always did look fucked up.
Like just insane here.
Is his name really Brian Christopher?
Yeah.
I mean, I knew that was his name, but I thought maybe like it was like an alteration of, Lawler or something. Oh yeah. Oh my God. Man, Jerry, your kid's he looks like
I threw it in the Skype chat for you.
Brian Christopher
mugshot, but
no, I got it here. He's starting to look like Joe Pesci.
Yeah, kinda. And he's got that Joker smile going on. He just looks possessed, I'm telling you. Yeah.
I thought you were gonna say he was like Dad and he beat a woman or something, but
no, Dad just beat the cops in the attics. Also reported is SummerSlam is supposedly moving from the Barclays in Brooklyn after this year. WWE would love to host at a stadium, although middle of summer is tough, so they're looking to being more so in vacation cities. So either Florida or California again.
Yeah. Man, that's gonna suck when they leave Barclays. Hey, did you hear about the other controversy that Madison Square Garden is mad at WWE because WWE hasn't been running there enough, and they're running at the Barclays a bunch, and they're like over there, and they're like, what the fuck? And because they kind of have like a non-spoken deal that, they won't bring in any other wrestling people. So now, they're taking bids from other places, which I don't know who else could run there besides New Japan and the All In thing. But
Ring of Honor might be able to if it was a big show, but
yeah, but all the guys at All In, all those guys, the Bullet Club and shit, they've been talking about Madison Square Garden leaving hints, and everybody was like, well, that will never happen because Madison Square Garden's so in with Vince McMahon and everything. But I guess they're pissed. They're saying that WWE doesn't run there enough. But they are running there in July with that house show that has the Undertaker coming. So just again, rumors, and you don't know what the fuck is true.
Yeah.
So we'll see what happens with that.
That's certainly interesting. Yeah, Leo Rush is on 205 Live now. That's certainly cool. That's noteworthy.
Yeah, I gotta start watching that again because that's been pretty good. And NXT's been putting together some better shows recently too. So I gotta start watching it.
Yeah,
but I think
it certainly seems like he might be able to make a better name for himself here, not get himself in trouble again. If he remembers to,
right?
Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. That's the key to everything. I'm telling
Don't go on Twitter and be stupid.
Yeah, really.
You're gonna get in trouble.
Don't tell anybody that they're ready for Asuka.
Don't Roseanne yourself. Don't take Ambien and go on Twitter. I know, but trust me, I know. I said MTV hates fucking white people, and my Twitter account got banned.
You were done for right on the spot.
Now, if I said that, something different, it would have been okay. So just be careful what you say on Twitter, man, or they'll take you out. They'll fuck you up.
That's the agenda nowadays. You know that. You've seen it firsthand.
Well, there's a lot of shit people wanted to talk about that was non-wrestling tonight, and we'll get to it tomorrow night on Thursday Night Throwdown. I'll have it on there for you tomorrow night, and we'll probably
NASA to reveal new findings from its Mars rover Curiosity tomorrow.
That I talked about on Morning Madness yesterday. I think.
Yeah, but we'll actually get the findings. Arthur, again, the birthday boy, went ahead and sent us.
Jake, I just realized that I'm gonna be doing stuff on E3 this weekend too.
Oh yeah. There's
a lot to do.
The actual, what do you call it? The press conferences start Monday, I believe, right?
Yeah. So right after everything else, we're doing our E3 shit. So this is
we'll have to do coverage of that. I definitely want to cover the Xbox press conference big time.
Yeah, this is gonna be wild. This is gonna be some kind of week. Strap it in, strap it on, and get ready.
I want to try and go live after that one. That's going to be a big deal. Apparently, there's some huge announcements in the work to try and change the tides of war against PlayStation. We'll see, but
I don't know, man. They fucked up so bad. Like that shows you what a little fuck up can do to a whole company. And it's so funny to go back. Like I remember screaming about it like a year and a half before Xbox even came out, just screaming like they're gonna fuck everything up. You're winning. Like Xbox was winning. and then they screwed it up on their own. So, like, they sabotage themselves. Like, sometimes I wonder if these other companies hire people to get in and make terrible decisions on purpose. Like, it's the weirdest thing. But yeah, strap it in, strap on.
Microsoft is Sunday. All right. I had the dates in my phone, but thank you, D-Moon. So yeah, Sunday is Microsoft. So we'll have to figure out something then. But yeah, I mean, we'll see what happens. You were right though. They went ahead and they acted pretty anti-gamer and anti-consumer all in one when they were announcing the Xbox One, and they just have not been able to recover since. Some of the stigmas and like criticisms they got from that press conference are still reverberated today. Like, people just aren't over it from back in 2012 and 2013. Ridiculous, but, you know, like, oh, you guys can't even play used games, like stuff like that. And I was like, it's not the case. It's not true. And you figure how much they've done to recover their image, and it's still not enough. All the backwards compatibility, you know, the UI changes, adding different apps, and just all they've gone through, and they still can't recover.
But fuck it. I still love it. And my PlayStation's broken now, so it don't even
so
matter.
Now you really love it.
Yeah, now I really love it. Well, that's it, guys, man. Let's get out of here. We'll see you tomorrow night. Thursday Night Throwdown. We'll talk about all the shit you wanted to talk about that wasn't wrestling tomorrow night on Thursday Night Throwdown. And it will continue to monetize this on Friday night. And that will be a wild one. We got the real wheel in the house. And Fami will be joining us. That will be some kind of showdown. We got the rant line, awkward interviews. That's going to be weird. You guys can go out and interview people. I want people to go out and interview people. And the best one, the funniest one, you can call up with it. We're gonna give somebody $50 for the best awkward interview. Like going up to someone randomly and just being like, hey, like asking them like the craziest, weirdest questions. Like go up to like somebody and be like, hey, should God have all the white people killed? Like you know, so what if I told you right now that like I was wearing a strap on, like under my clothes, you know, like weird shit. I mean, don't get yourself arrested, but you know, just all the craziest, weirdest shit. Like, you know, what's people's favorite food? To like, have you ever stuffed any? Do you have a tattoo that nobody can see? You could stop somebody who's wearing like a suit, and you could tell them, you could ask them if they could help you sue your mother because you hate your mother's guts. And just see what they say, like whatever weird shit. I mean, it's going to be very weird. We're going to have our awkward interview submissions. I have a feeling that probably Tommy's going to do a very good one. Then we're going to have
Tommy just has to talk normal. He doesn't have to say anything weird.
Yeah, he doesn't say much.
Lovely jubblies.
It's going to get weird, man. Then Saturday night, obviously, Corrupted, and you know we'll be covering the UFC CM Punk fight. What's going to happen this time? Remember what happened last time, everybody. Dude, I think I was laughing on that stream like a maniac. I think might have been me and Bailey that covered that one by ourselves. I don't remember if you were there, Jake, but
no, I wasn't there for that one.
Yeah, we'll see what happens. Yeah, there may be a sex line Friday night. We'll see how I'm feeling, man. If it's rocking, I think we'll see
what happens.
I think we probably will. We might even put that on the wheel.
Ooh, that's a good idea for the wheel. Also, Blake, let me know really quick. I forgot to mention this before. Vince McMahon hires Andrew Luck's dad, Oliver Luck, as commissioner and CEO for the XFL. And Luck promises the XFL to be more family friendly.
Then what?
The NFL, I guess.
Isn't the NFL already family friendly?
Yeah, well, God knows. I think that's also a hint at the whole, you know, kneeling and whatnot controversy issue.
What a weird comment already. What does that mean?
I know it's baffling.
What's not family friendly about not kneeling or kneeling? That's just annoying.
That's just inferred by me. I don't even know if that's what they were aiming for, but it certainly seems that way.
Wait, did they say family friendly, or are you saying?
Oh, they said family friendly. That was an absolutely direct quote. But
again, I don't get it.
Yeah.
Is the NFL like? Is the NFL raw? Like, what are they talking about? But also, I don't even understand Andrew Luck's father's credentials.
Yeah.
So I don't get I don't even know what his like background is.
Couldn't tell you.
Well, I couldn't tell anybody anything.
Look into it, but you know, for sure.
Fuck family friendly. If I want to hear that people are getting their heads beheaded, then I'll fucking watch.
That was the original like allure and interest with the XFL, being to hear more of the calls on the field and
bring it back.
Yeah, that kind of stuff was what I enjoyed about it. I really liked the XFL. I was one that enjoyed it, but
they do that now. That will sell now. Back then, it didn't matter because everything was shocking back then. so nobody cared that much. But if they did that now, like aside from the concussion stuff, like if they did certain things like that now, oh my God.
That, and if they didn't have then so much heavy wrestling influence, like having the wrestlers introduce it and be there and stuff, like, I think it would have done better too. People wanted to stray away from wrestling.
I don't even think that mattered. I know they make that a big point on all their documentaries, but I don't think anybody went, you know what? The Rock's out there. I'm going to stop watching now. No, I don't think that that's what it was at all.
See, for me, a lot of my friends would love fucking football, lived for football, on the football team, wouldn't watch it because it had to do with wrestling.
I think that I don't think that they're haters anyway.
Partially. I mean,
because that was the
could
balls.
Be the case, but wrestling is gay, comments, things like that. So I mean,
well, this was football with people getting their face smashed in. It was crazy.
Yeah.
By the way, Family Friendly Monday Nitro brought this up in the chat. Obviously, that might just be their way of making sure people realize, the cheerleaders aren't going to be naked and all that shit. So
yeah, they might not be going back to we'll take you inside the cheerleaders' locker room to help increase ratings. They were even honest about that.
Put a bunch of soy boy
to increase ratings.
Put a bunch of soy boy cuck bags up on a fucking wall and stone them to death. The feminists will love that. Then all the feminists will tune into the show. It'll be amazing.
Same thing Arthur said. More family friendly compared to the old XFL. That might be it.
It'll be amazing. Peace out. See you guys next week for more. Make sure you guys go to my wrestling channel, youtube.com/Joe Cronin Show. Hit me up on Patreon. Become a patron. Check out the free stuff that's on Patreon, too. There's some free stuff on there. Patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. And see you tomorrow night for Thursday Night Throwdown, Friday night for Monetize This, and Saturday night for the UFC coverage. CM Punk. Will he get knocked the fuck out again? I don't know. And then after that, it's the Corrupted Podcast. Live at 1 in the morning. Right on patreon.com/Joe Cronin Show. Corrupted Podcast Saturday after we talk CM Punk in the UFC. See you right here for that. I didn't have the intro, guys. I'm sorry. I didn't do the intro today. I apologize for that. It's bummer, man. This thing kicks off with a badass start when that thing plays usually. So I apologize. Next week, the intro will be back. Good night.